So thank you and welcome, Jamie. All right. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
To my fellows Amway business partner. Okay, I'm so excited today. I'm invited by DVI organization to share on my little experience to working together with my spouse, okay, in the business. So I'm sure a lot of you are like wondering, oh, how do me and my husband Jared, being both professional, learn to build the business together? So today, my portion today, I'm going to share on how to have an effective partnership, okay, with your spouse. Okay, I can only speak on my behalf as a woman, so I hope the ladies out there will be blessed after my sharing. Okay, when it comes to the Amway business, we talk about the effort and reward. Okay, today I'm going to talk about the effort part. So how does two business partners from two different worlds come together and share the effort and reward of the Amway business? Okay, a few points I want to share today is, first, both of you must have a decision, which means you already have made a decision that you want to build that awesome Amway business together. Or you have decided that either one of you will be more committed into doing the Amway business, or one of the spouse has already given his or her blessing that you will go ahead to do the business on your own. Okay, so this is very important because to build a successful Amway business, first we have to be peaceful and we must know who we are together with our spouse. Okay, second, always do counseling, okay, the time and the date to achieve your goals, which means there's no frustration. Two of you will put in the effort, or either one of you that has been decided, okay, put in your effort to build the business on the achieving certain goals, like say your emerald or your diamond ship in the required time frame. And both of you must also come into agreement, okay, on the commitment. This is very important because I see a lot of spouses, they actually get into frustration with one another in terms of the commitment. Like one of them wanted the other spouse to be more committed and vice versa. So I think this part, both of the spouse need to learn to come into agreement. What is the decision they have made and just move on. Yeah. So second point I want to share is on the time and promises. Okay, so if you are working parents or one of you is working, the other is working from home and vice versa, you have to come to an agreement to understand how many hours and who is doing what, and both parties are already in peace or in agreement that one of them who is very good in technical will be teaching the downline how to do online ordering, or doing the skills teaching, conducting classes. Or maybe one of your spouse is better in doing demo, less on talking. So you have to segregate the time and keeping the promise, like okay, 1 week I will do 2 demos, okay, or 1 week I will do a Zoom teaching. So this will actually set the expectation very clearly. So what you do, say what you do, and do what you say. I think this is very important for all spouses, so that they will be very clear that it will be a good partnership together, no frustration. Okay. I think also in many partnership, whether it's a spouse partnership or whether it is a partnership in a company, we must always have the peace and stability, which means as there's a saying that says a rocking boat does not go anywhere. Okay, so be very mindful. Okay, for me and Jared, we always keep this very mindful, which means if the boat is shaken, we have to settle the issue first before we can move on in our business. Okay, so most important to me personally is the peace in the family. Okay, if there's any issue that is going on that's affecting me emotionally, or that's actually affecting the children and therefore affecting my spouse or me, we have to settle and solve the conflict before we can move on in the business. In other words, private victory before public victory. So what do I mean here? Public victory means the Amway business achievement. Private victory means how good do both of you work together. So as a couple, you have many things that you need to work together and have an understanding. For example, your finances, the segregation of time, the responsibility for both parties, and the workload that each one is expected out of each other. So when this has already cleared off and there is peace, understanding, it is easier, okay, to move on in the Amway business. Stability among the couple, I notice, makes the organization, especially your downline, they feel very safe when they are together with you and your spouse. It means it's like a parent's figure. They feel that when they are together, they can always come to you for advice, and they see you as a role model. Okay, so important to stay peaceful and have a stable relationship with your spouse. Okay, understanding your partner, I think this is very important. Maybe those who are new here, you may not know about DISC. This is one thing that I first learned in the Amway business, which is on the knowing your own personality and your spouse's personality. So DISC means whether you are a dominant person, okay, a person that has influence, okay. S stands for stable, and C stands for very meticulous, okay, meticulous. So whenever two spouses is together, or in the beginning, okay, when you first know your husband as a boyfriend, or you know your wife as a girlfriend, it is always first the personality attraction, which means if you are a dominant person, he or she will be the opposite to you, okay? Or when he is a very meticulous, a very careful, cautious person, you may be the bubbly and the very cheerful and happy-go-lucky person. So whenever there is an attraction, it means the opposite attracts, okay? So in the beginning, what attracts you, later on when are working together as a spouse, it may repel, which means you may not be happy. Why is he so dominant? Like, you have to listen to him all the time, or he is too meticulous, every detail. Everything he need to analyze, you know, whereas you are the happy-go-lucky, you want to just go out and do the business. So knowing the difference between two personality is very important, because this will actually prevent crashes, and also helps to maintain, like what I mentioned earlier, the stability and the peacefulness of the partnership as a couple. Okay, so I think it's very useful for those of you who do not know about your own temperament or your personality to go do this personality test. I think it's very easily available now online. Answer some questions and you will actually find out more about yourself, and don't be surprised because your spouse will actually be the exact opposite of you. So knowing your own self and your personality will help to avoid crashes, and also help to strengthen those areas that you are good at, and let those spouse or the other partner that is good at another thing, to let them excel, okay, in that particular thing, so that the boat, you know, can continue to move forward. So my background, because I'm an accountant by profession, okay, I am trained to be very meticulous. And when I meet the Amway business, I noticed that my spouse Jared is actually more of a figure person than I am. Okay, so I let him handle more of the figure, and I actually do more on the building the team, you know, getting the relationship together as an organization. So you have to know who you truly are from within, who you are. Have confidence in yourself as a woman. I think one piece of advice I would like to give to all women here is that you are a masterpiece, you know, and you are beautifully and wonderfully made. So accept yourself for who you are, how you look like, you know. Of course, you can improve with artistry and Nutri-Light, but most importantly is how do you want to achieve your dreams together with your spouse. that you want to have freedom, okay, in financial and time freedom, and how to work along together with your spouse, giving this set of package. I say this as the word package because you are already married and you want your family, your children to have a better future. So having a high EQ, okay, a smart woman will always want to make the family very peaceful, happy, okay, and also to work peacefully with your spouse so that there is less conflict, okay, and both of you can achieve great and wonderful things, okay, to enjoy in future. So my piece of advice is that have high in emotional quotient, read more books, okay, listen and be associated with all your leaders that are very excellent in their relationship and in their business. Emulate them, follow their footsteps, and you will be there in no time. So I wish you all the best. I hope the next time we can see you face to face, you know. And for all the ladies out there, give your very best, do your very best, and actually there's nothing to lose to do your very best in the Amway business. So see you in the next ALS, and go Diamond!